27, number one in-house legal counsel, and then they ask you to do HR, all these things. How do you deal with, was there any self-doubt at all?
A ton.
A ton, okay. How do you deal with it? What do you tell yourself when you say, you know what, maybe I'm not quite cut out to do this and I've been entrusted with way too much?
Yeah, so, I'm sure folks here or some in the group, know what imposter syndrome is. And, I had never heard of it until I was a living, breathing embodiment of an imposter and I was reading about it. But it was really, it was just this commitment to doing the work and not shying away from whatever it took to be the most prepared, to be, it was never going to be, the smartest or the most connected or the most social or the most charming or any of that stuff. I knew that nobody would outwork me. I knew that nobody would want it more than me. But I suffered from that early. I still do in a lot of ways. I've gotten better at it maybe in the last year, more so. But I have this job that has a fancy logo and a big title. But when I look in the mirror, I see the 23-year-old intern who just got hired at $7 an hour, and it's been a unique transition for me to look in the mirror and not see that anymore, because I don't ever take for granted or feel entitled to the role that I serve for so many people in the organization. I try to justify my existence every day, and not in a way that's insecure, but in a validation for the people that have believed in me, that have entrusted me, and I want to prove them right over and over again. But yeah, at 27, I'm 36 now. Even that's too young for I shouldn't be doing some of the things that I'm doing. But it's just a number, and you realize as you progress through, your career, you realize the people with these big jobs or big titles, like they're just people. Like they're just people. They have all the same insecurities that you have. They have all the same personality flaws, and they don't floss their teeth, and they didn't prepare, and they were late for the meeting, and they're just humans. And I think I idolized a lot of the folks in these roles in a way that it wasn't their fault, but I looked up to them and I wanted it so bad, and they were always in the news, and they looked so cool and all this stuff, and like they're just men and women. They're just dudes. Like they're just people. And when you get to the, I have not arrived. I don't pretend to have arrived in any way, but when you get to the role, you realize that your peers are just people too. And I always laugh. I'm not the most smiley, outgoing person in the office, probably because I have so much going on in my brain all the time. But folks often tell me if they didn't know me very well, they thought I was, not friendly or mean or jerk or all these other vulgar things. And when they get to know me, they're like, I can't believe I ever thought you were anything other than just a human. I'm like, yeah, I'm a human first. I'm just a human with a lot of stress, and I have a deadline, and but everybody in these roles they're just human beings. They're nothing more. So there's no reason that you can't do that job if you put in the work. You get a little luck, you get support from friends and family, all that stuff. So but yeah, there are times that I still struggle with this idea that I'm actually the person that the nameplate says I am. That's an ongoing challenge for me.